90 coins in my pocket? In front of the star? In front of Boo? On the surface, this looks like an obvious time to use my triple dice. But, in reality, it's probably one of the worst times to use it. Hey everyone, welcome to Party Puzzle Solvers. Some of you may know this channel by its old name, Jamboree Chemistry, but over the last couple of years, the way I've thought about Mario Party strategy has evolved a lot. I wanted a channel name that better reflects what this channel is really about, solving the puzzles that decide games. So, if you're looking to improve your strategy, you're in the right place. Let's jump into today's position. As you can see, in this position, I'm in front of the star and Boo. With 90 coins in my pocket, I'm obviously planning on getting both the star and the star steal. But the real question is, do I use my triple dice or my custom dice? I'll pause for a second if you guys want to think this over. Well, as you can probably imagine from the intro, the answer is the custom dice. But why is that exactly? We're going to take a deeper dive into it throughout the course of this video, and we're going to determine exactly why using your custom dice here is the better play than using your triple dice. The triple dice is an item that I would want to use for far range to acquire multiple things that can't be acquired through shorter range items. Now, this game is slightly different because we're playing with random bonus stars, so it actually further favors me using the custom dice because I won't need to save it for event spaces or any high equity coin moves like I would if we were playing classic bonus stars. In this case, the only thing that could really be accomplished through the triple dice that can't be accomplished with the custom dice would be to gather an additional star after this one or an additional high value item. But this is where coin equity comes into play. With only 90 coins, you won't have many coins left after buying the star for 20 and stealing the star for 50. Because of this, you should be looking to go down the elevator and trade in your stamps to replenish your coin equity. So, let's look at all the star portals that are in your triple dice range that allow you to go down the elevator and head towards the stamp station. Because you need 5 coins to go down the elevator, after the first star and the star steal, you'll be down to 15 coins. So that eliminates these star portals. These star portals up here give you bad board position and spread your coin equity too thin to effectively use your custom dice after. And this star portal doesn't allow you to pass the stamp station, and you would only have 15 coins anyway. So that really only leaves this star portal. That's a 1 in 7 chance of the second star landing in a profitable location for the triple dice. And even if it did land there, you're still 24 spaces away. These odds are terrible and really just a waste of using your triple dice. So, now let's get into some coin totals that would actually make using the triple dice here a little more profitable. The first threshold that I want to discuss is 96. With 96 coins, your options become a little more open. That allows you to purchase the star, steal a star, take the elevator, buy a 1 coin item from the Kamek shop, and still purchase an additional star from one of these 4 star portals. So really, with 96 coins, you add these 3 star portals as possible options. Now, if it lands here specifically, you'll still end up in somewhat awkward board position with 0 coins in your pocket, but provided you buy a mushroom at the item shop, you should be able to make your way down to the stamp station within the next 2 turns while replenishing your mushroom along the way. So 96 coins kinda works, but even then, you only have 4 good star portals available, with 2 of them being 20 plus spaces away, with the average triple dice roll being 16.5. So what's the coin total you should really be aiming for? This may sound shockingly high, but that threshold for me is 115. Why 115? Well, that total still leaves all of these options available, but it also opens up these star portals as well. But wait, Didn't I say these star portals were bad because of the board position? Yes, they still are, but with more coins in your pocket, you'll have more options and ways to get out of this position without sacrificing any short or long-term equity. Let's look at this in more detail. Let's say the star moves here, and you use your triple dice. After buying the first star, stealing the star, and buying the second star, you now have 25 additional coins to use at the gold shop for if you either land there at the end of your roll, or if you need to use your custom on the following turn. That could buy you a golden pipe, or a triple payday dice if you're worried about the board position and low coin equity. What if you pass the gold shop on your triple dice roll? No problem. You can then custom to the Boo Bell shop, or if you're close enough and prefer, you can custom to the lottery station. But what if the star goes here and I roll short? Well, this star portal is 20 spaces away, but the gold shop can be hit with an 18 or 19, so you have additional outs to hit something good. What if you roll a 17 or less? No problem, you still have the option to go down the elevator and turn this way to trade in your stamps, or you can still decide to chase the star, or wait up here to custom to the gold shop on the following turn. What if the star goes here and I roll short? Again, you have the same options of waiting for the gold shop, chasing the star, this time with the Boo Bell shop on the back end, or heading towards the stamp station. What's specifically optimal about the number 115 is that if you roll the 18 or 19 with the triple dice and can't hit a star instead or along the way, you can buy the golden pipe and then have exactly 20 coins left over to warp out of bad board position on the following turn while acquiring the additional star. On a side note, you want to be saving your super swap mirror for a higher leverage moment later in the game, which is why it would be bad if you had to use it rather than a golden pipe in this scenario. Using the triple dice with 105 coins is still highly defensible, as many of these options still come available. You can still get the second star, third if you include the star steal, and get a triple payday dice or a Boo Bell, or go to the lottery station. If you don't get the second star, you can still get the golden pipe. The only downside here would be that you wouldn't then have enough coins after to use it on the following turn, as you'd be left with 10. But you'd still have the minigame in between turns, so you'd have the opportunity to get up to 20 coins anyway. Now, on another side note, this concept is more general and may not apply to endgame situations. For example, you may be in a situation where you want to save your custom dice for a specific endgame move, and knowing that you won't have time to return to the Koopa shop to replace it, you may feel that your triple dice would be more appropriate. This situation is totally fine and completely defensible, but really any time before turn 14, and in a lot of cases after, using your custom here with only 90 coins is the better play. Similarly, this is also a decision that more heavily favors party rules, because in pro rules, you face the same hesitation about using your custom dice as you would in the endgame scenario, knowing that you may not be able to replenish it at the item shop due to the limited inventory. There's also added value to the custom in pro rules because it can help you to steal a star from an opponent during endgame. This doesn't necessarily sway the decision if you're playing pro rules, but it certainly gives you more to think about. You would also have to factor in differences in player equity across the board, as it is a lot less likely that players would be this saturated with stars, coins, and or items at any point before homestretch. Lastly, I want to briefly go over the augmented coin totals you would be using to make this decision during a flash sale. The 96 threshold would turn into 76, as the Star Steal would still cost 50 coins, the elevator would still cost 5 coins, and the item shop would still cost 1 coin, but the stars on the board would be only 10 coins each, meaning that you would still have enough coins left over for 2. The 105 threshold would be 77, as you would need 50 coins for the Star Steal, 10 coins for each star on the board, and 7 coins for the triple payday dice or the Boo Bell. The 115 threshold would be 92, as you could still get the star steal for 50, 1 star on the board for 10, and the golden pipe for 12, with 72 coins total. But the whole point of the 115 threshold is being able to use the golden pipe on the following turn to warp yourself out of bad board position, which means that you would need to have an additional 20 coins to use on the following turn when it's no longer flash sale. So, to recap, if using the triple dice, 115 coins is optimal, 105 coins is still highly defensible, and 96 coins is the absolute threshold. Anything below 105 coins, the custom dice becomes the more profitable play, and anything below 96 coins, the triple dice becomes an almost disastrous usage. These numbers become reduced to 92, 77, and 76 during flash sale. In general, though, the thought exercise behind this video is to make sure that you're looking for purposeful reasons for using items and weighing your options carefully when deciding between one item versus another. When choosing a triple dice specifically over a custom dice, you want to make sure that you can acquire things with the triple dice that can't be acquired on that same turn in that same position with the custom dice. Senselessly blasting off a big roll with the triple dice when you could acquire the same amount of equity and accomplish the same overall goal with a lesser range item is at best just wasting your triple dice, and at worst, putting yourself in really awkward board position with little to no way out. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Be well, stay sharp, and I'll see you guys next time.